Hi, my name is Adam Zamorade, and this is my CA3 screencast for my Haskell project. So currently, right now, what I'm about to show you is my Haskell project running. So I'm just going to show it to you. First, I'll write GHCI, my thing, on the terminal, and I launch it. Then I go main. And then here's the menu of all the stuff I'd like to do, like to add, remove, search, total space used, total space available, most played, least played, all MP3s, play MP3 and exit. Okay. So now I'll just exit really quickly, and then now I will close this, and then I will restart it again. Okay, now let me explain my code. So first I created a data type called details to potentially hold all the details of the MP3 but it did not work. This is my initial way of doing it, but later changed to a different method, which I'll show you now in two seconds. So first, my first function is my add MP3 function. It basically just asks the user to put in details from like a put string line, basically a system.out.println line in Java, which want their title, their artist, their genre, etc., etc. When all these details are done, instead of putting them in a list, I decided to put them in a text file and print them out that way. I took this approach because I thought the output would be way more clear and would be it would be a lot easier for the person to see what they want to alter and change and everything. I use the append file function here to try and do that. I'll show you that running now. So I add MP3, so I go title, soul sister, by the artist train, genre pop, space 2.9. Right now, if I go to my MP3 text file, as you can see it there, title, Hey Soul Sister, artist train, genre pop, space use 2.9. Grand. Back to the code. Now the remove MP3 basically does it asks the user what file they want to remove. The functionality is not really working properly yet, as I use the right file, because when I use the right file, it removes everything from the file rather than just a selected file. So I'll show you that now. So I just want to remove it and just write hot in here. Boom. Then when I go now to my MP3 file, it is empty. Right, let me just add back some files and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've now added back 3 more files, as you'll be able to see from the text menu here. There we go. So now I'm going to show you the search MP3 function. Well, this function does not really work, but it doesn't work at all, but I have a template of how it's going to work. So basically I set up a menu, a sub-menu of how I would like to search by the title, artist, or genre. I put that into a get line. Then I made a case for the search option of if the user selects 1, it searches by title, if selects 2, searches by artist, selects 3, searches by genre. Then I made 3 extra functions for them, which basically just the user enters in the title, and what it should do is go back through the file and read it through and try and find the substring of the file. And then if that substring is found, it's supposed to output yes or no or not found. And it's the same with the artist and the same with the genre. That doesn't work because it was using things that we have not yet covered during the course, so I was not going to put that in. The next functionality that was meant to be done is the total space used. That functionality did not work, so I commented that, but just to show you that what I wanted to do. So basically, this total space function shows the total MP3s, which I had up here as 2 variables. Total MP3s X, which I had up there, equals the total space used, which is the total that I just made there, basically the variable name, and then it's supposed to read the space used. The space used is one of the variables I put in as my add MP3 function. So that was supposed to read it and basically add all of it together. So every time something would happen, it just added on, added on, added on, and then print out the total. The same with the space. The space is basically supposed to be the MP3 size which we have called up here, and it's supposed to take away from the total MP3s and then give an output. Now the most played MP3s is as if, so I made a variable called biggest, so it's that biggest equals 0. If times played is greater than 0, then times played is equal to biggest, and that keeps on adding on for each time a song is played. Then I just got an output, most played song was played was this and that. Least played, that's what I wrote, that if times played is less than biggest, basically biggest would be the biggest time that's played right now. If the times played is less than that, then it would keep on going until I find the lowest times played. And then I just have a print output, least played song was that, that, and that. Next, I had my all MP3s, which basically just shows all the MP3s listed in the file. This was very easy to do because it's just a read file from the content. So all I had to do was just read file of the MP3s and it would just print out the contents like so. There we go. Nelly Hutton here, Just Jammin', Vinny Vici, there we go. Now, the play MP3. This function didn't work also, but I will show you the basic template which I had for it. So basically I had the play MP3, then I had an option, would you like to play with a specific position or a specific title? Then the play option gets the user input. Then if it's 1, it goes by play position. If it's 2, it goes by play title. I made 2 new functions for them, and they would equal to play position equals do. The user then decides what position would like to play in. Then what it's supposed to do is go and find the line that it's the line that's in the file, and then try and play through that. But as you know, it did not work. And then the play title, it's supposed to, as the previous, to find the substring and play through that, but then that also didn't work. So next we have our main, which basically is our menu and showing everything that it's meant to do. So it has like the welcome to the MP3 menu, all the things that I was meant to do, this, that, and everything. I have all the functions that I tried and attempted to do, and I've showed you how most of them work. And then I put the main here at the bottom so I can just keep on recalling the menu every time, so I won't have to restart the whole thing. The menu will just be recalled every time. And then, yeah, that's everything. I can show you a demo of how it's supposed to run for the search and everything. So the search is number 3. So I like to search by artist, by title. Then I select title. Just go Nelly. Oh no, let's go. Yep, just go Nelly show. And I search for Nelly, delete, delete, delete. But we'll just go again. Search by, let's say, genre. So R&B. That's what it's supposed to do. Then in the play MP3 is the exact same. Oh. Well, basically that was the end of my screencast. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope I did everything well to the highest extent I could do. Thank you.